All right, boys, welcome back to the Side Boob, the official podcast of the Man Boob Fantasy Football League. We're coming up on 2 weeks into the season, and I don't know what to make of things. Like I don't know which teams are good, which teams are bad. Like I'm sure it's somewhere in the middle for most teams, but I just can't get a read on things.
Still a little too early to tell.
It is.
Still a little too early. I
It
think
is.
more so rather than reading fantasy as if any of us have a fucking crystal ball, it's seeing where the injuries, who had JK? Do we know that? I don't know that that's
Mhm.
off the top of my head,
Bud had JK.
but that's a big blow. People
Hmm.
losing JK. Um, Aaron Rodgers going down, not for Sam, but for Howie. That immediately takes his second round pick to a fourth, fifth, you
You
know?
know, you know what? I mean, I wouldn't say a fourth, fifth, but maybe a third,
Mm,
late third. I would agree
you
with you
know,
before today. Before today. Garrett, it only takes one catch with Garrett Wilson, man. He's just one of those guys. It doesn't matter who his quarterback is. Like, did you see the
either way, I'm
touchdown?
not. Either way, he's not a second with without Aaron Rodgers. Maybe before today. You
No.
know,
Well, yeah, before today, for sure. But I mean,
did he
today,
go ham today?
I mean, he had a nice game. I'll pull it up. I mean, he had like 60-yard touchdown catch, 70-yard touchdown catch.
Let's
It's
see
like
what
a
it was.
crossing her out and just like burn the
Let's
entire
see what it.
defense. He's just
Let's
that
see what it.
guy, man. He's just that good. He is the real deal. Let me see. I'm pulling it up right now. He had 14 points. He did. What happened? No, he had the win knocked out of something at the end of the game. See, 8
That's a
targets.
that's a good game, but I'm not counting on that every game.
No, you can't. You can't. I mean, look at this. 2 receptions off 8 targets. He only caught 2 of those balls, and he had
That
83
says
yards and a
everything.
touchdown.
Says
That's what I'm
everything.
saying. I mean, if Garrett, or if Zach Wilson can just play a little, dude. If Aaron Rodgers wouldn't have
So
went down, the sky was the limit, man. It
that's
really
what's more telling,
was.
right? That's what's more telling right now on the season than roster. Really, the injuries, Aaron
Yeah,
going
the
out.
injuries are
That's going to affect, and that's going to make Brees better. Little things are changing right now, more so to unforeseen circumstances than people's drafting. So we're still going to take a second to see people's drafting come to play. For instance, Gussie just having a good, a startable week this week out of nowhere. I'm sure other
who has
people,
Gus?
Travo,
You got Gus?
Sam's older brother, yeah, Jerry's little brother. Um,
Ah, you didn't
but
start.
no,
What did he
no.
do? Go ahead, keep talking.
12
I'm
to
gonna look him
12,
up.
12 to 13, 12 to 13. Regardless, heart goes out to everybody who lost somebody at this early. That fucking just blows dick. That's the main point. And Howie, I hope for you, my brother, Garrett still has a good season, but your team looks really fucking good. Calvin fucking let his dick hang again.
Did he?
Um, yeah, Calvin looked amazing today. So I really may have been necessary for my hopes of you not winning your third. But um, that just blows dick for you guys. Best of luck to me and all of you guys this season on injuries. With that
Yeah,
being
for sure.
said, Travis
And
Kelsey bounced back hard today. We're not going to dive into this week too hard yet, but just saying, injury wise, Travis Kelsey good bounce back.
what did Kelsey do? Did
All
he
right,
got he had a touchdown,
everybody,
didn't he?
he
Oh
got a
man.
tutty,
I
and if
mean,
you can get a
look at
tutty as a
Andy's team.
TD,
I mean, here's a team.
he's
Here's
going
a
crazy.
team that was ranked
Let's make
dead
sure to save
last.
most of it. Let's make sure to save most of it. But I'm with you.
A team that was ranked dead last in Sam's rankings this week. And he
That's
could
an
be the
all
highest
that
scoring team
dude's
of the
that
week.
dude's been coming back from Pollen Drive since fucking '96. Dude. That dude's an OG fucking gang banger with fucking steel knuckles on, just waiting to come up through the gutter for right when everybody thinks he's gone. He comes up with his big ass dreadlocks, and I'm excited to see what's store for his team. That's an Andy type of style team, dude.
Dude,
To all of a sudden come out of nowhere.
I didn't think Mike Evans still had 30 or 23-point games in him. 170 yards and a touchdown. I mean, holy shit. Guy's
Dude's an
unbelievable.
OG.
He's one of the
Dude's an
all-time
OG
greats.
from way back. Yes, he's going to get his 1,000 again this year too.
I mean, his end of career stats are going to be. I wonder where he is on the all-time receiving yards list.
He's
I'm
got to
gonna,
be up there. He's got to be up there.
but
And speaking of last week, just to kind of just morph as we're continuing to go and looking at Andy's team and some of these other teams. Weird week last week.
yeah, it was weird.
Weird,
Right?
weird fucking week.
I
Really
mean,
weird week. Kind of.
a lot of bad quarterback play. I know that.
You got it. You got it.
What's up with
You and
Burrow?
abs- you and Howmander win absolutely. I really still don't think it's Burrow. I think we need to get some better play calling. I think we're running shitty routes with
Yeah,
our receivers. We're running typical shit that me and you could. It literally looks like me and you were like, all right, have T go
yeah.
really straight on this post or on this fucking route. Have Jamar. They just have him doing just short shit. I haven't seen. I'm not sure if I've seen one great Jamar deep ball all season.
I mean, Jamar's been one of the major disappointments on the year, fantasy wise.
We'll talk
Who's
about
been who's
that.
been a bigger disappointment?
I can't think of one. What, like less than 10 points in 2 weeks combined?
I mean,
But
I'm not panicked. I wouldn't be panicked if I was you. It
I'm
just
not
sucks.
panicked because I do think I've got a lot of great support on my team.
Pull up your
But
team.
my God,
Pull up this matchup. This is one of the
let's just get right
this is
into the
one of the
matchup.
more competitive matchups going on
Yeah, I
right now.
know.
Is UV
And
CJ.
Thoa's looking like he's fucking ready out there, straight out the toast over here. A little extra tan this week, though, if you know what I mean, over here. Shabby. But no, he's looking good.
With damn, Saquon went all 21
He went
points.
hammer. He went hammer time. Saquon looked
Holy
good.
shit. That's what I always said
Saquon
about
looked good.
CJ's team. The core group of CJ's team is good. It's like
He's always got a good
it's the
core.
it's the surrounding cast.
It's at least Chip
He doesn't have an RB2. He has
Waddle,
n-
baby.
he has no RB2.
Yeah. So summing up last week, weird week. You and Howie, two vets, let your dick hang. But to
Yeah.
entertain the listeners, jump into these matchups we got. Which matchup you want to start in with, Don?
I'm talking about you and CJ right now since it's
Let's
kind of
dive on in
relevant.
there.
There's two and Waddle's on the screen. There's a catcher
Yeah.
to it, or Waddle.
I need Waddle to do something for me over here.
Mm-hmm.
I do. I need Waddle
For
to show up for
sure.
me.
Damn, big week from Tua last week. What do you have, like
That was
33
huge.
points?
I'm not kidding. That kid's special as long as he's not fucking cross-eyed and fucking shove. They're catching him shove his thumb up his ass.
I was kind of
That
wrong.
dude's
I was wrong about a couple players. I mean, so far I've been wrong. James Cook. James Cook's. I mean, he's involved in
eating,
that offense.
eating. How many catches too? Let me
I
see
don't
how
know.
many
I'll pull it up.
catches. He had
It's
4 catches for 36 yards too.
hmm,
Yeah. So the dude
yeah.
had 100 and over 100, close to 160 yards of offense, and
Pittman's looked better too.
you guys shit on me. But DeAndre Swift killed it too, and he was in the 5th round. But looking at this matchup, just looking through them real quick. Anthony Richardson's looking amazing. Hope the motherfucker's not hurt, and I mean that genuinely. I
We'll see.
genuinely hope he's not hurt.
I mean, he's got Burrow on the bench. You know what? CJ needs to.
Ballsy
He,
move. That's a CJ move. CJ move, and
I mean,
and
yeah,
honestly,
he's kind of.
If Anthony doesn't go out, he's at 22 points.
Yeah, probably.
He's at 22 points. He got
But
over 50 yards of offense.
he's sitting on like a kind of a gold mine right here. He needs to package. I mean, he's got Zay Flowers on the bench too. He could package like a quarterback in one of these guys, and he could make his team so much better. And he needs
I
some help.
mean,
Dude, he needs an RB2. He doesn't
if
have
he
one.
packages AJ Brown and Burrow, he could get a marquee receiver and start Anthony Richardson and Zay. And Zay's a decent wide receiver too. And again, if he trades for an elite wide receiver one. So if you're looking for a quarterback out there, if you're looking for a quarterback,
You
CJ,
just
Joe
got
Burrow.
one. And I would deal Richardson.
Deal who you want, but I would move some meat right now, but
Hmm.
I don't know. Yeah, I like
But
the option too. What happens when your quarterback plays Dallas right now? It's almost like an egg.
yeah,
It's literally I would not start any quarterback against Dallas.
I mean,
You're losing that game.
there's some guys you just gotta start regardless. Hmm. Big block
Mahoney
from
or
Tyreek.
Allen.
I mean, yeah, you're starting Mahomes, you're starting Josh Allen, you're starting Burrow, you're
I
starting
don't know,
Jalen
dude. I'll start
Hurts.
Richardson over Burrow. I would take Richardson against did he play the Texans over Burrow against the Cowboys?
Yeah.
I would
Yeah, I
probably
probably
even do
would
it with
too.
Mahomes. I would kind of would even do it with Mahomes too. Actually, I would. I would start Anthony Richardson over the Houston against the Houston Texans over Patty Mayonnaise
I'm,
and
I might, but I wouldn't feel good. I couldn't do it. I just couldn't. Because if you're wrong, you look like a fucking idiot. Like, dude,
I would do it
how
still.
are
I
you
would
gonna
do it.
sit Mahomes? I mean, you could see the logic in it,
I mean,
but I
Dallas, what
would
they're
beat
doing is
myself up.
crazy, bro. And honestly, our league is so competitive that if your quarterback comes out and scores 10 points, you fucking lose. And I really do think Anthony Richardson against the Texans would do better. Look at a chain looking dope. Stop him, please. Thank God. Please throw a touchdown here. A chain of them. But I would honestly know. And league, when you hear this, text the chat about it. Tell me what you mean to think about mine and Don's debate. Would you start Patrick Mahomes against Dallas, or would you start Anthony Richardson against the Texans? And I would start Anthony Richardson versus the Texans. I
Damn, I
would.
must be delayed here. I just saw that A chain run.
Uh,
Wait, no, that was Ahmed. That wasn't A chain.
I didn't mean that shit. I was making a point, Don. Okay.
Sorry, I'm distracted, dude. There's a game in front of me. There's live shit
um,
going on right now that has
we need
fantasy
let's
implications.
what if you were like shut the fuck up, Travis? All right, for real though. Weigh in on that league when you hear that. It's a really good question. It really is. Um,
Yeah, that's interesting.
regardless, kudos, CJ. CJ, the only reason we're taking a second is we're watching this live. This does have implications. Second down, please don't run it here. Fuck. Beautiful stop. All right, we got a nice stop. Moving on with mine and his matchup, though.
Dude,
Kind of
he's
dissecting
got
the players. And
Saints.
hey, and what was CJ's rank last week? Do we remember that?
No, I can look it up right now though. Keep
Right
talking.
on. Yeah,
I'll
pull
look
that
it up.
up. Yeah. Yeah, cool
Mm,
beans. If you pull that up, I'll go through our matchup. Looking through, Saquon killed it. Great job. Gibbs still showing some cool promise, but like 56 yards of offense, cool promise. He is
Yeah,
my RB2. It is what.
they
Go
might
ahead.
be without Montgomery next week.
That would be
Sounds like you got a
great.
thigh bruise. I feel like there's a good chance he doesn't play next week.
Oh shit! Tua slipped. Fuck.
Did he really?
He slipped and just fucking douched it.
Let's see. Where's CJ's team? CJ's team is 11th. Same had him ranked 11th.
That's low. That's low. But
Who would you have lower than him?
as of last week, just about. I mean, pretty. It could be a toss up between a few people. Do you got it pulled up here?
What pulled up? The rankings? I can pull them up. I just had them. You want to look at them?
It's still too early to tell. No, I
Here they
just
are.
think CJ was Saquon's promise. I'm not saying.
He's got a rough start out of AJ Brown. Oh damn, he just rolled his own ankle. Holy shit. Fucking terrible. But yeah, AJ Brown's got better days ahead, obviously.
He does, just like Jamar does.
Yeah.
I think CJ's team, honestly, with Saquon is looking as good as he has today. Um,
He's
I think
just
this shows some good promise. I really do. I hate that he runs starting in his offense. That's what hurts him a lot.
that's
And
what
I
I'm
think,
saying. He doesn't have an
yeah,
RB2. And
That's why
he
he.
has depth, but he has a hole in his lineup. He's got
Hmm.
two viable quarterbacks. He's got Zay Flowers on the bench. Like he could
He'll
package a
move somebody.
deal.
So
He
I'll tell you
has
this:
to.
CJ does know how to trade. He is a player in this league that knows how to trade.
Yeah.
I can honestly say that. He knows
There's
how.
some teams where they need to trade, like there's a requirement in their team, and some teams that don't really. Not that you don't not
Andrews might be an option to trade.
yeah, he could. He
A
just
team
coming
that's a
off of
little
a
bit
touchdown.
stacked and needs a tight end.
Yeah.
10 and a half. Sell high, Siege. No, no. I mean that's fuck. I mean, I would get some. That would get some attention.
Yeah, it would. I
Burrow and
mean,
Mark. And Burrow. I mean, I would trade Burrow and Mark Andrews, or you know,
then you got two holes in your lineup because you no longer have a tight end.
oh no, we're not talking about this. But he's
You're
getting back.
you're you're breaking up a little bit.
Can you hear me
Perhaps
now?
you're kind of roboting. It's kind of in and out.
Can you hear me now?
That sounds a little better. All right.
Okay, we're
Yeah, that's better.
probably back now. We good?
Yeah. Yep.
Okay, cool beans. Uh, I think he's got a lot of meat to work with. I think you got room to work with, CJ. He's going to get something back though, and fuck tight ends right now. He might be losing it a little bit with Andrews, but a team that's already stacked and has some other meat. I don't know. I don't know. I think the early trades, the early birds get their worm a little bit on trade value too. Uh, I just think when you're
Yeah.
sitting, what did he take, Burrow? A fourth round?
Yeah. It did. I was like mid fourth or
Yeah, I think he took
early
fourth.
fourth.
I think fourth. Yeah. Yeah, I think when you're doing that, um, you got to that's a red alert for a trade, right? And I don't think I'm not teaching this dude anything. This dude's a vet to the game, one of the best in the league, in my opinion. Um, but I don't know. That's red alert for a trade. You can't be sitting a quarterback. Well, I don't know. It was the Ravens, but
CJ has some
are
pieces to
you?
work with for sure. But he's got off to a rough start, you know? These games matter. These points
It's
matter. Every
yes, they
points
do.
matters.
It's still week 2.
It
And
is.
if it matters, I think it matters just as much that I don't have a week where I've hit 85 yet. You know, I think
That's
that's where Andy and Noble's week right now is really paying them back. You know, there's
I
some
mean,
people with a win where a 112-point week would, the end of it, pay off better. You know,
right. Right. I mean, points are ultra important in this league. Know that.
they're extremely important.
That's why
So shout out.
even when you know you're gonna lose, it's like, damn, I still need these points. Like,
So for real, salute to both of you gentlemen for putting up great weeks. Round of applause.
hmm
You guys are both putting up good weeks. Great jobs, gentlemen. You guys would whoop the fuck out of 90% of the league. And no, we give each other shit, my brute. But you're due for a good little fantasy season. Andy, fuck you. I do not want you to get. I'm kidding. I love you, bro. And I'm great. Your team is making a turnaround. This is a very Andy-esque thing we're witnessing here, brother. So congratulations on your amazing week. But to you and Howie, just you guys getting third is just hurtful. But
dude, Daniel Jones wasn't doing anything through like the first
yeah, and I got
quarter and a half. Somehow he ends up. I mean, that
he.
entire Giants
What
offense.
what did he end up with? You got it up there.
30 points.
Oh,
Got
good
30
God!
points out of Daniel Jones. Yeah.
Get it, young man. Go off, King.
Dude, his week could have been even better. Not really sure why he started Deion Jackson. I thought Moss was the clear guy in that backfield. Not that he doesn't really have any options. I mean, why doesn't he put Jonathan Taylor in? Can he put Jonathan Taylor in IR? He should be able
No,
to,
because he's
right?
not injured. No, your person has to be injured, as far as I'm aware.
I thought he was. Isn't he on the IR? What it?
Oh,
What's the deal? I can't remember. I'm looking it up. Well, this doesn't tell me anything.
Okay. So I'm hoping
Thanks,
okay.
ESPN.
Fingers crossed. Because we're all Divas.
Oh, Hunter Henry though, dude. Travis, you there? We lost Travis. Okay.
no, we
Okay.
didn't. We're good.
All
We're good.
right. Dude, but
Just faded.
CMC,
Oh, he's ridiculous. He's the most. He's the most
the
impressive player.
CMC hate went way too far in this league for a little bit.
I had
Like
him
he's
last. I mean, you're talking to the guy who had him last year, and I wouldn't have. I would. I did not want to have to take him this year either.
he's
I really
just
wouldn't.
he's
But he's
just
killing it. He's
simply
killing it.
one of the all-time greats. One of the best running backs to ever do it. He's
True.
so fucking good.
Do you think Noble has a? If you want, actually, I'll go into the matchup. Make it a little easier. Do you think Noble has a chance of making a comeback and winning the league?
Sure.
I do too.
He got CMC.
I
Here's
like
Lamar Jackson. Dude, Keenan Allen. That's a guy I'm always too low on. Every year I'm too low
Oh,
on
he's
Keenan
the wide
Allen.
receiver of Matt. He's the wide receiver of Matt Forte.
Jesus, yeah, I like it.
He's the wide receiver of Matt Forte.
As long as he
I'm telling
stays
you.
healthy, gets
Yep.
fed. He's so good.
Um, Daniel Jones going off for 30. Bam.
Yeah, I know.
I'll tell you, before we go too deep, because I actually want to say a couple things about their team. Finishing up mine and CJ's team as far as rankings, I guess, with an RB2 with like P. Ryan, that does hurt a little bit. CJ, you got some meat to move around. My team, surprisingly enough, Don, who would have thought this on draft day? James Cook is a highlight of my team. What?
The Dolphins fumble, or Dolphin just recovered a fumble.
So who would have thought that on my team right now, summing up mine in his matchup, that James Cook would be a highlight
Yeah, I
and
know.
Jamar Chase would be an absolute low light,
It's
a complete disappointment.
crazy.
And fuck a
Just
tight end.
crazy.
Yeah, I would do a Mark Andrews trade, package it with somebody else trade, just because fuck tight ends, and he still has some value. I don't know.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah, he does
reg-
for sure.
regardless, it's a 79-75 matchup. We'll touch back on this at the very end just because we'll see. Moving on to Nobes and Andy's matchup, I already sucked your guys on the whole score thing. You're right. Mike Evans is fucking timeless. Good solid pick. Danny Jones, good job. Got him in my dynasty bench as well. McCaffrey's daddy. Lamar did have a good week. However, I still am not sure. And oddly enough, I still think that I don't know. Lamar still scares me, even in fantasy playoffs when it comes to him being injured. You know, leaving, and he does have Jared Goff. I tell you what, he's got a hell of a backup with Goff, though.
Yeah, he
It's a
does have a
veteran move.
solid backup.
That's a veteran move, Nobs. That's a veteran move. Um,
He's got
I guess
Gainwell too.
Danny.
What, dude? He should have put Gainwell on the IR and pick somebody else up this week, just in case they blow up or something. Is there
And
any reason to own DJ Chark?
know, where he peaked at it, and
You're breaking up
good
again.
thing where he peaked at it. Um, a little bit. Can you hear me?
I think so. Talk.
Yep. Yeah, I got you now.
All
You got
right.
me?
Yeah, that's better. Dude, how about Puka Nakua? Dude, he had 20 targets.
What did he do today?
He had 20
What did he do
targets.
today?
He had Cooper Cup
Are you
level
fucking
targets.
kidding me?
20 targets. Yeah.
So
20
is he just
targets
going
for
to be his guy?
147 yards. 15
Oh my
receptions.
fucking god!
I mean,
Who
that's just
has
how
him?
Andy does. He used the #1 waiver
It's-
claim to grab him, and it paid off. It's paid off so far. We'll see what happens when Cup comes back. If Cup can stay healthy. But yeah,
Holy
Stafford
shit!
he finds that one guy and he just locks in on him.
He what?
Stafford just finds that one wide receiver on his team and just locks in on him. Even though
I can't
Tutu Atwell had a pretty good game
believe
too. He had
how
8
much
receptions.
was he high? Was he highly touted in college?
Which one? Travis? You're breaking up again. Travis?
Uh,
You might have to take. Is it the headphones you got on? We lost Travis. Hold on out, guys. Let's just pull up another matchup. Who do we want to talk about?
Back. We're here.
You back?
Yep. Live and living color.
All right. Why don't you keep talk? You want to keep talking about Noble? Do you have anything else to say about Noble and Andy's teams?
I think you guys are the epitome of why you can't judge too much after week one. This is a very Andy-esque move to come out and let your dick hang. You took the loss on this note, pretty much. Great job. You put up over 100. You have nothing to be upset about, and this will help you.
I mean, he's had a pretty good point output through 2 weeks. I think he put up like 85 last week. He's got to be near the top.
That's what I'm saying. This
Yeah,
matters.
these
This could
points
start.
matters. I mean, the loss sucks, but I mean, wild
I would
card goes to
essentially.
points. So I mean,
Yep. Yep.
but all right.
So best of luck.
Good teams. Like I was wrong about Noble's team. I think I can pretty much say that now. Like CMC is just that good. As long as Keenan,
Yeah,
I mean, you got some guys
he is.
here that
He is
haven't.
that
He's
dude.
got some guys on his team that have injury histories.
Just that entire.
As long as they stay healthy.
Just that entire offense moves through him.
Yeah, I mean they got Debo, they got Ayuk. That offense is so good.
It really is. It really is. Um. All right.
I gotta grab
So
something to drink. I'm gonna pull up another matchup. Is there another matchup you want to talk about?
that's it. We got. Nope. We'll get on to Creole Williams and Papa Don. Those two have never liked each other.
Yeah, long history of hate between me and Jared.
A lot of weirdness, dude. Look
Just
at
known. Just
Creo, bro.
weird
I didn't,
vibes.
dude. And this, I didn't even see this.
Yeah.
And Deshaun hasn't even played yet.
No, his team went off.
Good fucking god, Jerry. Waddle.
What do you do?
You just got to get a little 17, 18 yarder. Put him at like the 12. I can start talking about this matchup. Josh Allen.
Yeah, it was nice to get some
Josh
quarterback points.
Josh Allen with the 23 Boyga. Almost the 2-4. Pollard looking good again. They're saying he's going to be the man this year.
Dude, he got so many touches today. That Jets defense is tough. He
They're
wasn't
saying
able
he's
to
going to
do
be the
much.
man.
He had 25 rushes for 72 yards, averaging 2.9 yards a carry. He had 7
Dude's a dog.
receptions too. It was a tough defense. It was a tough defense for Brees to go against too. None of those running backs on the Jets did anything.
No joke.
I think Dalvin Cook had like -1 points in fantasy. Yeah, it was just bad.
Kenny Walker eating again. Love to see it for you there, big bro.
Yeah, I love Kenneth Walker coming in this season. I mean,
He
Garrett's got a good team. That's why he was ranked. I ranked him second on draft day. That's why he was ranked first overall. He's got a good team. We knew he had a good team. Brian Robinson getting 27 points though. I didn't even know that was possible for him. That is a ridiculous amount of points to see next to Brian Robinson's name. It doesn't look right. Like holy shit. Yeah,
That is
all
ridiculous.
those guys popped. But I mean, Jared had a bad week last week, and then I think that's what I'm talking about. Like, which team's the real team? I think it's closer to being this week's team than last week's team for sure.
You can't put up the amount of points Jared's putting up
Hmm. And be a bad team.
this
Yeah,
week
I
with
know.
being a bad team too.
Right. Exactly.
And I hate to say that about such an evil soul, but Jared deserves it.
Yeah, a real heartless prick. That
Oh
guy.
my God, Tyreek kills him even though it's out of bounds. Um,
I need. I'm like behind you a play. It's really bothering me. If I can fix that.
yeah,
But
man,
yep, I mean, well, there's nothing.
you just got swallowed this week, dude.
I
Even
mean,
his tight end put up
I mean,
19 on you.
right. And what an advantage that is, especially with my tight end Cole Kmet. And if he doesn't get a touchdown, he does nothing.
Oh yeah, you're
Justin
toast.
Fields has just been bad.
Oh my God, Jalen Waddle.
He get a touchdown.
Dude, just watch. Anyway, no, almost. He's
Hold
so
on,
fast. Devontae Adams
why am I behind the
killing
play?
it. Yeah, Jared, you just fucking slayed it this week. There's just nothing else to say. Don, you
can't.
did not. I mean, you don't have a horrible week. You could put up possibly 90.
Right.
Jared just got his Louisville Slugger out,
Mm-hmm.
and you know the scene in Inglorious Bastards where the
Yeah,
guy doesn't
he
tell.
was
Yeah, he bear Juju, bro.
he was
He
the
bear
Bear Jew
Juju.
this week.
Jared, dude. Hey, Big Bubba, Big Bro Bear, dude. You were the Bear Jew this
Dude,
week, dude.
that scene's so brutal.
It's
Something
amazing.
about seeing somebody get beat down with a blunt object. Jesus. I love that movie.
Well,
That's
he
my
says,
favorite
well,
Tarantino film.
telling you. Well,
But
that's what
yeah,
it's
that's
exact.
how it is. Like he has a guy go Thursday night and just goes off. So Jared just punches me right in the teeth Thursday,
You
right off
can
the bat.
expect me to divulge information that would put German lives in danger. That's where you're wrong. That's exactly what I want you to do here.
Dude, I mean
Now,
that was a bad. I mean that German was a badass too. Like he knew he
I'm
was gonna
telling you,
die and he still didn't give it up.
he said, you get that badge for killing women and children? He said,
Uh,
bravery.
yeah. Damn, dude, you can recite it. I love it. Yeah, that's a
Dude,
badass movie.
well, if you're wearing my nickname, I'm sure you heard of the nickname Bear Jew. Oh, well, if you've heard of Aldo the Apache, sure you've heard of Bear Jew. What does he do? He beats the Germans with a club. He beats her at bat. He bashes their brains in with a baseball bat. Anyway,
I love it.
yeah, okay. Just to hit on this real quick. Tyreek Hill's performance last week, dude. What the motherfucker?
Yeah, he just went nuts. I've never had a player blow up like that. I don't think. I don't even know.
That dude was playing like he was 23 fucking years old, cuz.
Yeah. He's just fast as fuck, dude. That's all there is to it. He's just fast as fuck.
Who do you think's
It's
faster
Tyreek
in
Hill.
a straight up? Who do you think's faster in a straight up foot race? Tyreek Hill or Jonathan Elder? If Elder was like going after it all.
I thought it was gonna be a real question.
Hell
Yeah,
no.
it was kind of a tale of 2 weeks for my team. I had
It
so
was
much
kind of a
fun last
what?
week. Tale of 2 weeks. Like
Was it awesome just watching your team just nut all over the place?
yeah, week 1, dude. When you're coming into the week most hype.
That's huge. That's huge for your. That's huge for your the year, man.
Yeah, I got off to a big lead in points. Jared's gonna gain, a few of them back for sure this week. He's probably gonna gain, 30, 40 of them back. It's all right. Go again next week, dude. I mean, I haven't even had my wide receiver 2 in my lineup yet. I have not got to play Christian Watson yet. a guy I loved coming into the season, and he hasn't even touched my lineup. He did practice in full Friday though, so I'm feeling like there's a decent chance he starts next week, and I'm probably going to need him because I'm probably going to be without Monty.
Yeah. Well, we'll see what that can give old Jameer. IU, productive week, but weird week. He still
He
got it in the mix.
he went. He had to leave the game for a little bit. First drive. So I
Can't
was
be having it.
like, even though it's kind of a disappointing week for my team, I'm feeling all right because I feel like I dodged a couple bullets with Ayuk having to leave the game, and he ended up coming back in. Monty leaving on a fucking cart, and it ends up just being a thigh bruise. Like it could have been,
Nah,
they could have been way worse for my team this week. So I'm feeling all right. The only thing that pissed me
yeah.
off really was the 49ers defense. I thought they were supposed to be a top defense. You can't stop a guy named Puka. Like that's their top weapon, and you just can't stop Stafford and Puka. And Kyron Williams just runs the ball down your throat over and over again.
Were they the
That
second
game was
defense
so
taken?
annoying to watch. They're first. I took them one overall, or
You,
number one defense overall in the 10th round.
you took him over Dallas?
Over Dallas. Yeah, not feeling great about it so far.
Mostert again, god damn it.
But if you look
Who
at
has who has Mostert?
Noble, I think I don't think he started him this week. What did Mustard get a touchdown?
That'd be hilarious if he did and he came back and won.
No, I don't think he started him this week.
No, he didn't.
Mustard quick. Yeah, touchdown
Yeah,
last week too.
he is quick.
Hmm.
He ain't John Elder quick, be fast.
Yeah,
Um,
great week for
moving on
Jared.
here.
Jared's got a good team.
Yep. Moving on to the young dumb Furacans and Gilly Monster.
This is a close. Oh no, it's not. Sorry.
Kind of, but not really.
Well, it's over.
Nick Chubb's about to go hammer time.
How do you feel about
Trevor Lawrence.
How do you feel
About
about
who?
Sam's team? Sam's team.
CD's looking good. Bijan's looking good. Bad week for Trev. And he
Yeah,
had to face
I'm not
he had
worried
to
about
face
Trevor.
yeah, I think that's what's really affecting him. But Fields didn't have a stellar week either. Um I don't know, London stepped up. Pacheco had low numbers for flex. Pierce needs to do more in that offense.
Pierce has had a rough start, man. What do you have last week? So he had 3 points this week. He had 4.5 last week.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I just
Him and Jamar Chase have the same output.
Sam's got some good pieces to his team. He really does.
He's in it. He's in it.
He just
85 is not a bad week. I mean, fuck, I'm not going to score
no,
85 this week.
it's
It's
not a
not
terrible
good.
week. It's not a
It's
terrible
not
week.
good, but your guys went out there and did their thing. You know, if Chubb ends up getting in a car wreck or something like that, God forbid, Sam's got this game by 3 points.
Having to start two Falcons receivers slash tight ends is rough, man.
How does St. Brown have 102 receiving yards but only 8.2 points? Did he fumble twice?
That would only be one fumble, right? It's 2 points on a fumble.
Shit.
He must have fumbled.
6 receptions, 102 yards, and has an 8.2 point game. 8.2 game.
Oh, yeah,
Swift looking like a dirty dog.
yeah, dude. Huge game from Swift. I mean, what happens
That
when
number
Gainwell comes back? I feel like they just got to roll with Swift at this point. Gainwell needs to get. He needs to just fuck off. He needs to be Swift's backfield entirely.
I don't know why it's not. He's a dog. He's
Yeah.
a fucking dog. He's a dog. He's an all-pro caliber running back. I really think that.
Justin Fields has been a disappointment. I liked him a lot coming into the season, but he's not. He's not. Is he even running the ball? Like, where's the rushing upside from him? Is he running the ball at all?
That was a weird
Four
game. I
four
watched it.
carries for 3 yards. He did get a rushing touchdown today. It looks like, so that's good to see.
Yes, he did. He had a 1 yard
I
rushing
guess
touchdown.
he had 66 yards rushing last week.
Kincaid staying involved in the offense.
Madison is almost feels. I mean, he's not droppable. Like, what do you do with the guy? You can't start him. You can't trade him. You can't drop him. The fuck you supposed to do with Madison? You just got to stick him on the bench. Who would he start over? He would start. He would have to put Swift in RB2. And he can work around this.
AJ Dillon.
Madison has been a bummer though. Jeez.
I mean, is it that bad?
Who,
He had a
Madison?
touchdown. He had a touchdown last week.
He had a touchdown week 1?
Mm-hmm.
Let's check it out. So this week
Yeah.
he had 8 rushes for 28 yards, 3.5 yards, a carry. Week 1. He did have a touchdown, but I mean, he ran the ball 11 times for 34 yards. He kind of got lucky. Touchdown bailed him out.
That's true. I mean, but the touchdown did bail him out, but he still got it. And I think that I would still, tough week.
I mean, I
But
still like Bill's team.
Higgins went off, didn't
Yeah, he did. Yeah, it's good to see. I hated seeing that Higgins went from number 85 to 5. I don't know. I don't like it. He should be 85.
he? For Ocho.
Yeah. Is that why they did
Ocho
it? They
coach.
retired his number, didn't they?
Mm-hmm.
When did they do that? Today? When did it?
No.
No,
Oh, maybe he
Ocho.
did it.
No, I'm thinking AJ. I'm thinking AJ Green. AJ Green just retired with the Bengals.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
He got that type 2 diabetes, so they did that ceremony for him. But
Sad.
we got
Sad when they go young like that.
mhm. But this matchup's pretty good. I think Gilliman's got that. Good job, Gilliman.
Yeah.
Good job, Gilliman. Moving
That,
on. What were you saying,
that,
Don?
I would say Sam falls to 0-2. What did he put up?
That's
Let's go to the standings. Where are the standings?
0-2.
Sam would be 0-2. He put up like 85 this week. What did he put up week 1? I love when all these points are up to date and you can look at everything. Oh yeah, you can. There it is.
77.
10, 77. Yeah.
77.
Yeah, there's some teams falling behind on points.
That's tough.
Yeah.
That's tough.
DJ's falling behind on points. Sam's falling behind on points a little bit. Andy and Noble made up some ground. They got out of the gutter there with the points. They made up a lot of ground actually. Let's look at Taylor's matchup because I don't feel like I've looked at that too much.
Taylor's and B-Red.
Yeah, let's look at that. I know Brad had a
This is
nice week.
good. Oof. Oof. This one belongs
Oh, wait.
to
Yeah, it's
this
over.
one
It's
belongs
over.
to little bro.
Yeah.
This
Bradley
one
had a
belongs to B-Red.
nice week. Brad's got a good team.
Jay
Devontae
Jetta's
Smith is looking
been the
like
most.
the guy in that offense, and not
He's
AJ
looking
Brown.
filthy. He is. He's looking filthy. Jay Jetta too.
Yeah, right. Just unbelievable that guy. He fumbled into
He,
the end zone too. He could have had an even bigger game. Yeah, Brad's at any given week, Brad's team could go off for 120, like just easily, you know.
Brad might have the best team in the league.
And he's got Kyron Williams, who he just picked up off waivers, who just went off for 22 points against San Francisco's defense. Yeah,
Yeah, Brad might have sneaky the best team.
Brad's got a good team. Yeah. Is he in? Yeah, he's in the other division. Good. And that means I gotta play him twice, so maybe it's not good.
Yeah, you're not looking bad, Bradley Dieter.
No.
You're gonna get the win on this. I think Brad's definitely a top 3 finisher.
Yeah, I
Talked a
think
little
so
shit.
too.
Talked a little shit on the group chat this year. I like it too.
His
I
team
like
didn't
it.
get the love that he deserved on draft day, I don't think. That entire Jacksonville offense kind of had an off day against
Christian
KC.
Christian Kirk looking good too this week. Fucking 14 motherfucking targets and 11 catches.
Ooh. Yeah, that is nice. He had a bigger week than Calvin. Calvin had a down week.
I guess they
Calvin
got
had like
into it.
30, 40 yards.
He's trying to alpha Don, bub. Pulling the Don this week. Kirk's a great starter out there.
Yeah, Brad's team
Kirk's a,
is very solid actually.
it's really good, man. Like I said, kind of just taking a quick.
Rashad White had a
Yeah,
nice
he had a
day. Look
bad
at
week. He had a
that.
really bad week last week, but
What did Rashad White do? 16 points out of it. He must have got some work in the receiving game. 5 receptions for 30 yards.
Brad put up 68 points last week. This is a good example of a team that you can't judge
Yeah.
on week. You can't judge on week 1.
So is Brad's team more this week's team or last week's team?
This week's
I agree.
with the grace of ATN even having a bad week.
Right. Is Jared's team more this week's team or last week's team?
This week's.
Is my team
I
more
mean,
this week's team or
I knew
last
you're
week's
gonna.
team?
I knew you were getting ready to ask me that too. Let me take a peek because I was getting ready to say I was favoring, and with something I was getting ready to say too before I even take a closer peek is that I take this week's wins more seriously than last week's wins.
Or
Um,
when?
I take this week's victories.
Yeah,
I take more serious than last week's victories.
this week's probably more accurate to how things are gonna go. For
I
the
agree.
quarterbacks were just so bad last week. I mean, even my
It was
quarterback was
weird.
bad last week. Josh Allen put up
It was,
9 points and I had 140 points. Like,
it was a super fucking weird week.
yeah, it was very
Um,
weird. So let's talk
I tell
about.
you this.
Wait, no, we need to talk about Taylor.
I think
If
your
you,
team's more last week. Your team's more last week. Um, however, you're going to need Brees Hall to do more. Went up
yeah, I
against
mean,
Dallas, so it is what it is.
and I mean, I knew that when I drafted him. They're easing him back into it. My team. I mean, this isn't the best version of my team yet.
Dude, it's
Like I
almost
said, I
worth it.
don't even have my wide receivers. I haven't even played Christian Watson yet.
Bro,
Brees Hall hasn't like fully hit his stride. Like they're not feeding this guy yet.
if you're not scouting your offensive lineup and seeing when your guys play Dallas, considering if you're sitting them, you're crazy. You should pretty much consider it a bye week for your players. They're not
Yeah,
doing anything against them, dude. It's crazy.
yeah. Unless you're Garrett Wilson,
Uh,
I guess.
yeah, G Dub, and you're right. G Dub, still gonna have a good fantasy year. You just if Rodgers was there, it'd be a whole different even story for him.
Yeah, I don't think anybody would argue that.
Um, I think Allen, Pollard, Tyreek Hill, three really strong ones for you. With that
Ayuk might be a little more boom or bust. Even though, dude, he was open and Purdy overthrew him.
but he's your wide receiver too.
I mean, Christian Watson's supposed to be my wide receiver too. He just hasn't been able to play yet. The only hole in my team is my tight end position. Like, my team can go off any given week. Like, we saw it week 1. Like, that wasn't a fluke.
Definitely not a fluke.
Breece Hall had like 160 yards or something on 10 carries. He's just that guy. He's simply one of the best running backs in the league, if not the best running back in the league when he's healthy.
I think sadly you're going to run into those 9-yard games with no Aaron Rodgers to give him another option. I think that they're just going to fill the box on Breece. I think that he's going to do okay for you, but I think that really affected you.
But they're going to rely on him more too.
True, and he was doing
good
last year. He was
Right.
doing decent last year with the same quarterback.
He wasn't doing decent. He was tearing the league apart.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. People are looking at it now, though.
But if I had the option with Rodgers being on the team or not being, I'd rather have Rodgers there.
Oh God, it's a whole different story.
Same. As a Breece Hall owner.
Same.
But.
Same. I agree. I think that you're a good fantasy running back takes a good fantasy quarterback.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you can have some freaks and some good seasons, but they're not going to have a bunch of touchdowns. Like the rock star running backs are the running backs that have a great quarterback and drive them down the field, and they give it to them inside the 5. Which I think me and you are going to be in for a headache all year with going back and forth between Gibbs and Montgomery. I do think at the end of the year they're going to give it to Gibbs. Full game plan. I think you're still going to give it to Montgomery inside the 5, though.
Yeah, Monty's not going anywhere. In a non-PPR league, touchdowns are king. And
they are.
I mean, I'm not. Gibbs is going to break off some big plays, some big long touchdowns. I have no doubt about that. The guy is a stud. And he's fast as fuck.
But hopefully he can morph into a decent RB2 for me.
Yeah, he will. I want to see what he does next week with Monty out.
Is Monty for sure out next week already?
No,
sure?
we don't know. I'm predicting it. I'm just predicting him to be out.
You're accepting it so you're not disappointed when it happens.
Right. And as long as Watson's back, I mean, I can work around it. It's not a huge deal. I mean, Breece doesn't have to face Dallas next week, so I think it'll be a better week for Breece as my RB.
No shit. Do you think about sitting him
this week? No, I mean,
Dallas?
I didn't have any other options. I mean, I guess I could have put Elijah Moore in there. I mean, we saw what Breece Hall can do off one touch last week. Like, I wasn't gonna sit him, and I didn't have better options. I just picked up Sky Moore. I mean, obviously, I wasn't gonna start Sky Moore over him anyways. But as soon as Watson got ruled out, I put Watson on IR and I picked up Sky Moore. I put up a cool 13 on my bench, but I wanted to find somebody that might blow up and hold some value.
Mm-hmm.
It kind of worked out. I don't know what I'm going to do with them yet, but we need to talk about Taylor's team because we just kind of glossed over him.
Yes. As far as Tay, Geno Smith's looking good. Geno Smith is looking good. Man, it seems looking rough. McLaurin on the bench. Miller.
Yeah, he's got off to a rocky start. He's behind
McLaurin with 11 on the bench. Get the trading. Get the trade,
Dude, he
Cub.
put Hunter Henry in the flex.
He's
Wow,
a dog.
that was
He goes
ballsy.
rogue. Hey, and he just caught a catch too. Funny. Sometimes Miller likes to go rogue. I've always known that about him.
I think I would have thrown George Pickens in there.
He
Of the
does.
options you had, I mean, he's without Cooper probably. I don't even know if that's been confirmed yet.
Terry McLaurin or Hunter Henry over Terry McLaurin in the flex. That's shocking.
I understand not wanting to start Terry and Dotson. I get that. And I might have rolled with Dotson over Terry too. I don't know. But I can't start two tight ends
No.
unless it's like Andrews and Kelsey. But why do you have them on your team anyways? Yeah, I would have thrown George Pickens on my flex spot, I think.
Miller out
But
there running a
his team
Belichick fantasy offense.
his team was kind of banged up with Cooper, not knowing if that guy's gonna go, and Eckler was out this week.
I
Madison
still
was a
definitely
nice
start
start.
McLaurin in the flex. But I like it. Maybe he wanted something to do on Sunday night. I like it. T-Mill's a
Yeah, maybe.
savage. He will go Rambo.
I was gonna
He will
pick
go
up
Rambo.
Henry and put him and pick him up instead of Sky Moore. He must have picked up Henry like this morning or something, like before I did. Because yeah, Henry was gone.
Huh. Interesting. I think T-Mill's struggling a little bit. I think Bradley Dainer's looking pretty good. I tell you what, in this next and last matchup, though, you're Nathan Howard, possible 3-time champion. He's uh
Possible.
he's about to he's about to put up 90, and he had a killer week last week, which he might be the league highest scorer.
He's got a good quarterback. He's got great flex, two great wide receivers, and not much in the way of running back and not much in
And
the
his
way of
wide
tight end.
receivers didn't
But
even do shit today.
his defense special
Dallas,
teams makes up a lot of ground for him.
good fucking god, dude.
Yeah, why didn't I draft Dallas instead of San Fran?
I don't know why you didn't either, Don, and I kick myself for not drafting Dallas. Period.
I looked at the matchups, playoff matchups, and San Fran's got some cakey matchups during the playoffs, and they were a top
Yeah,
defense last year. See who Dallas
yeah,
has. Dallas has Buffalo, Miami, Detroit in the playoff
yeah.
weeks. And we'll see how it plays out. But right
I
now,
tell
yeah,
you what,
if we were drafted today, obviously you're taking Dallas over 49ers defense.
yeah, yeah. No more on this matchup. Yeah, I think old Bud just can't catch a break, man. He just keeps getting his ass fucking pounded in this league, dude. From beginning to end, dude. Bud can't catch a break, dude. Look, you got Mahomes putting up over almost a 22 burger. Then nobody else doing a goddamn thing other than his fat ass wide receiver too.
Dude, I can't believe he put Gabe Davidson, and Gabe Davis had a good game. I mean, you got to be the luckiest man on earth to start Gabe Davis, and Gabe Davis puts up 15 points.
Look, Zach Moss put up 17 for him on the bench.
Yeah,
Moss.
Yeah, I don't know if I would have started Moss either. Not over the options he had. I would have sat Moss too. He still got Cup on IR for the next couple weeks. He's made some moves. Did he draft Moss or did he claim him? I can't remember. Let me look at the.
That'd be interesting if he
No,
drafted
he
him.
no, he got it. No, yeah, he got him in free agency. I think
How
Deion
good of a
Jackson
how good how
was the.
stupid are we though for not drafting him though? I mean, who was the starter out there
It,
in India after
it was
John?
it was Deion Jackson week 1, but Deion Jackson was fucking horrible. I
Was
think
he?
Zach Moss might have been hurt week 1 too. Deion Deion Jackson was the one drafted. Andy drafted Deion Jackson. I think that was the only Colts backup drafted. I don't think Evan Hall was drafted either. I think he's still sitting on waivers. I'm not sure, but I don't hate Bud's team. He's got some decent pieces here.
If
Lockett,
Eckler don't,
that guy just doesn't stop, man.
they really do like Eckler that Chargers offense. They don't feed nobody else like they do him.
Eckler. Oh, you
Yeah, I'm
mean
talking.
over Josh
Yeah,
Kelly?
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I was expecting a big game out of Josh Kelly.
Yeah, I would have thought so too.
I don't know. I think that Tennessee run defense is actually pretty good, though. Yeah, Josh Jacobs is the guy I was just down on the whole Raiders offense coming into the year with
They end
Garoppolo
up
at
beating.
quarterback.
They end up beating Tennessee.
No, they lost by 3. It looks like. So the Chargers start out 0-2.
Holy shit! Chargers are a team that just cannot put it together.
What did Bud do week 1? So he's predicted to put up
I think he
77
lost to the
this week.
Marbles.
He won.
82.
He won. Yeah, okay. So kind of a middle of the road team right now.
Man, I tell you what, has
Why is
Najee
this
Harris? Najee Harris has only had. Oh, he's only played 1 week.
Yeah, we play tomorrow.
Doy. I think Cleveland's going to take it to you, which I hate because I hate them. Well, I can't stand both you guys, but
Yeah, I wouldn't doubt it.
if you had to pick a league champion after week 2, who is it?
Let's see. Let me pull up the standings. Might make it easier. Let's see. You wanna pick the playoffs? We can pick the 3 out of each division.
I'll just pick one who I think is going to win it.
Okay.
We'll do
One from each division or one overall?
one person, one overall.
All right, go ahead.
I hate to say it, I think Howie's got the most consistent team.
If I'm
With
gonna pick anybody out of that division, I'm picking Brad. I think Brad has the best team in that division. And
Brad's top
it's
3 to me.
close. It's close. It's Brad and Nathan. Brad and Nathan have the 2. Dude, Gill's team's good too. I don't know. Brad and Nathan's team just feels so scary. Not that I'm giving up on Gill's team. Justin Fields has just been a bummer so far. I'll go Brad. I think Brad's team's. Yeah, I'll go Brad.
It's going to be good.
Yep.
Well,
right.
brother, I like it. It's kind of a short one. We got to see how this week finishes up. We got an exciting week 3. You guys set your fucking lineups, play the fucking waiver wire. These really are the championship weeks. Looking at the free agents. Best of luck to everybody on injuries. It's still too early to tell a goddamn thing. So yeah, best of luck, guys.
All right. See you guys. Good luck.